I just feel like Chelley is being a hater at this point. Huda is now feeling herself. She's back in her confident girl era. And the situation is really not about friendship. It's actually just exposing that Ace never liked Chelley in the first place and she's not liking what she's seeing. I mean, you literally double back to the guy that you gave to Huda. So when she does the same thing back to you, you just don't like it. This is Rain said that, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This episode just goes to show how Chelley loves love triangles. Chelley loves to play games. She's actually happy that Ace did not bring Coco, but she ended up choosing a whole nother guy to bring to the villa only because her and Ace isn't, together. I feel like Chelley plays just as much games as Ace, except she tries to hide it better. But this episode, she actually gets exposed, okay? Their whole relationship is fake. Now, Nick and Sierra is having a conversation because Sierra knows that he kissed Alondria. But I cannot wait until the receipts come out during movie night because she would actually see who was the one that was egging it up and he was down to, kiss her and explore her. And he basically told her that he had feelings for her. Now, I told you guys in episode 22 that Adrena does not like Brian. She's bored with him at this point. So she lets him know that he is free to explore other people on the island because she has someone else that's been running through her mind all day. And it turns out it's not him. It's actually, someone else. Now, Huda sits down with Chris and, they're talking about future planning because that's one thing that Huda loves to talk about is her future relationship, marriage, and her daughter because she is looking for something serious. And she's saying that she actually would love to move to LA, X, Y, and Z. And basically at this point, they're talking about how the relationship will actually be, being outside of the villa, which I am happy for her. But at the same time, Chris is still pursuing Chelley. So I think that she needs to be very careful with that. Now, Sierra is having a conversation and, they're talking things over and they're asking Chelley what she's going to do. And she's basically saying that she doesn't know what she's going to do at this time. But they're also checking up on Alondria to see how she's feeling with the whole situation with Taylor since he dropped her and left her for dead. And now he's literally sitting there enjoying his time with the new girl, Clark. But, Alandria's health, she's handling it quite well, better than usual. Now, the three musketeers, aka the three fake guys of the villa, is talking about things and how they should move forward and how Taylor is happy in his newfound relationship and that, he has no regrets. But Ace is basically on a chopping block because the new guy is actually in the villa. And also Nick has competition with Elon, even though Sierra is still in denial about even dealing with him. So she feels like that Elon should never been there in the first place because she never, aka, wanted him. She was just bored and entertaining him while Nick was gone. So Sierra's best friend Iris is in a villa, and I guess no one told Iris that Alondria and Nick shared a kiss. So Sierra was like, oh yeah, everything is fine. I found out that Nick kissed Alondria, and she was like, what? Aren't you guys supposed to be besties? Like, why would she, try to push up on your man? Like, how are you really feeling about that? Like I said, I feel like that Sierra is definitely bothered about the whole kiss, but she's trying to act like that she not. So she wants other people to be mad about it. And so she can act like that it's not a big deal, but it's actually a huge deal. But again, $100,000 is on the line, so she's not going to make a big scene about it. Ace and Taylor is in a sauna talking about the whole situation with the new guy being there because Ace finally has competition when it comes to Chelley, and he's basically telling Taylor that he doesn't care about who's actually in the villa. He's going to step it up if he need be because he's not going to lose. AKA, if you want to translate all this information, is basically he's saying that there is no competition because he will win if push comes to shove. But at the end of the day, he doesn't even like Chelley, and I feel like Chelley does know that, and everybody knows that Chelley likes Sierra anyways. Now, Adrena is literally head over heels for Pepe, and Pepe don't even know it. So I understand why she's like thinking he's so cute. And honestly, he is kind of getting cuter as the episodes, progress. So I can see why, Adrena likes him. And he's actually looks way, way better than Brian. Okay, I mean, 20 times better than Brian. Any day on his worst day of the week. Ace is literally insecure about the new guy being here. He literally asks Chelley, like, does she regret her decision of bringing him to the villa because he did not bring Coco? And she sat there and told him right in his face that she has no regrets because, they're not closed off or anything. So why would she feel bad about bringing a whole nother guy? But at least Taylor's happy in his new relationship. It seems as though that Clark is opening up to him. She has no competition. He literally threw Alondria in the trash, and she gets to bask out in the sun with her man. And Alondria is left looking confused. But like I said, I don't think that they actually have a chance to win the money, only because, the situation is based off of lies, and everybody knows that, including America. So I feel like Clark is just going to be enjoying her time here until it's time, to eliminate them in order to see who's going to be the real winner. But they might be type 3, they might be top 3, who knows. Now Ace is sitting down with Chris, they're having a man-to-man talk, and he's basically saying that, it's fair game. Chelley is fair game. So if you want to pursue her, then continue to do so. And he's also going to continue to pursue Chelley, and Chelley is just so happy about this because she has 2 guys that actually like her, allegedly like her. But everything goes downhill after the game, because y'all really be thinking that these love outing games be like, oh, these are just for fun, we don't like anybody, we're just kissing people, having fun. But that is debunked quickly, okay? Only because, when it comes down to the final couple that I'm talking about with Chelley and Ace, it all just went downhill. But my whole situation was this, is that Chelley doubled back on Chris 2 times, knowing that Huda does like Chris. So she want to talk about, Huda doing too much. Chelley did way too much for a guy that you claim that you don't even like, but she's actually just trying to fuel the fire between Ace and Chris to make them chase her more. But it kind of sort of backfired, because Huda is in her, getting her confidence back. We literally seen her get embarrassed on national television when it came to Jeremiah, trying to make him, do more for her when he didn't want to in the first place. So now that, she got her confidence back, she's looking real good, she's feeling happy, and, she's basically putting her all into these challenges. Now Chelley does not like that. She liked Huda when she was all sad and down with Jeremiah, and, she was coming to Chelley to have these talks and stuff like that. But now, since Huda is up now, feeling back like her confident self, now it's an issue. You literally did a whole split on Chris right in front of Huda's face, but you're mad because she ended up pulling Ace, and Ace was actually so thirsty for Huda. Let's not, forget about that. And honestly, I don't feel like Huda is wrong. She has every right to pop her shit. You want her to be insecure, you want her to go lightly. No, she's single, she's ready to mingle, and now you're mad that she pulled Ace. But let's talk about how she did that front flip on Chris though, okay? When I tell you guys that she left no crumbs, okay? She did her big one, okay? She literally said that she was going to do her big one, and she actually did her big one with this one. So I'm actually going to hype Huda back up. This is the one I was missing from episode 1. Now, the whole time where Chelley was sitting over here, watching, Ace and Huda kissing, she's getting mad. And I'm like, how you gonna get mad because Ace is actually enjoying it more than Huda? Okay, it was literally 1000% chemistry. And everybody knew it, everybody felt it, everybody saw it, And this is why Chelley is upset. Because from day one, I've been telling everybody that Ace does not like her. Okay? She's just a safe bet, the safe girl that's going to be waiting at the end to win the money. But since Huda never gave Ace a chance from the beginning, she knows that Ace likes her. Okay? And she played on that. And this is why Chelley is mad. But I feel like that Huda never really liked Ace at all, but she already knew that Ace wanted Huda. Even Taylor knew this is why they was making these eyes in his faces, and he was like, oh, it's just a game. But it's not just a game. He has had his eyes on Huda from day one. And he was so excited. And this is why Chelley is jealous. But honestly, it's not really jealousy. It's just the truth. And sometimes the truth comes out in unexpected ways. And now she's feeling and looking dumb because this whole time that you thought like all these little love triangles were cute, now you're seeing that no one on the island actually likes you. They're not really interested. You're just a placeholder. That's it. And that's all. And that sucks for her. But I'm glad that Huda, Pop did her big one. They're trying to act like that, she's delusional and stuff like that. Yeah, she was definitely delusional about Jeremiah, but she's not delusional about Ace wanting her. And everybody that Chelley likes also likes Huda. So it's not her fault that, your choices that you actually like Huda. And now you're like, oh, well, she was acting crazy for Jeremiah and now she's mad that I'm upset. No, because when she was telling you how mad that she was with Jeremiah, you were telling her that she was doing too much. You were telling her that it's not a big deal. So now you get to swallow it too, because it's not her fault that Ace was enjoying that interaction. It's not her fault. But at the same time, though, if Huda has been having secret feelings for Ace this whole time and she has been hiding it, well, like she said, she did it for you. She did do you a favor by going with Chris so that you can have Ace and that you had a chance of winning. So I feel like Chelley is like delusional, and I feel like that now they're gaslighting Huda to make her seem as though that she's a bad guy, and now for the first time she actually has a reason to actually be a victim.